Hi, I'm Ravi Jindhyana, author of the upcoming book, The Ignored Truth About Health, From Desperate Diet to Vibrant Health.
Today, I'm going to interview a very special guest, a dear friend of mine, Mr. Howard Cohen. Mr. Cohen is the Vice President and General Manager of Clise Properties, and he has been instrumental in the success and growth of hotels like Best Western Executive Inn, Inn and Laquinta Inn. He is also the co-founder of Bladder Cancer Foundation. Mr. Cohen is a man of action. In spite of his hectic schedule, he somehow still manages to find time to make a tremendous difference in the community. Not only that, but he's beaten cancer by changing his diet and lifestyle, and he works each and every day to help others do the same.
Glad to have you, sir.
Thank you.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your life journey?
Well, I was born in New York, and soon after I was born, my family moved upstate New York to a small town. And I developed a serious childhood illness. I had, I guess what's called petite epilepsy. And so, since there were no doctors there in the local area that could treat that, I had to go back. My parents had to take me back to the city on a somewhat regular basis for the early years of my life. And my parents were hardworking people, but didn't really make a lot of money. And the townspeople, because my parents had become involved in the community, the townspeople came to my parents and offered them some financial assistance to help with the trip going back and forth. And my mother remembers saying, "Well, gosh, I don't want to take charity. That's charity." They go, "No, this isn't charity. This is just one hand helping another. It's a circle of life. I help you today, and tomorrow you help somebody else."
Absolutely.
And I have always remembered that throughout my life. I went to college in Buffalo, got into the hotel industry after school, got my master's degree at the University of Washington, and work for hotels now, going into my 40th year. And had a pretty good life. Life was pretty good. The one thing that was missing in my life was good health. I didn't eat right. I didn't exercise. But I seemed to have skimmed along. I had a few of the illnesses that come with age, high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, but nothing shattered my world. I sit on a trust for health and welfare and pension for the local hotel union. And many years ago, I went to a conference and I went through a health booth, and they took a survey of my body and said I had some plaque growing in my arteries. And many years later, I got a follow-up letter saying they were coming to town. And to make a long story short, I found out I ended up getting tested for the plaque in my arteries and found out that I had too much.
Okay.
So that was
you
May.
didn't have any symptoms whatsoever?
No, my cholesterol was in line, even though I was overweight. My cholesterol was in line. And so I talked my doctor, against his better judgment, into me getting tested for my plaque in my arteries. And lo and behold, it turned out that I had too much plaque.
So you just had the intuition that you need to get that checked out?
Something was moving around out there telling me to do this. So my doctor recommended that I go vegan. And because of that news, I decided, at that time I believe I was 58, and I decided, enough is enough. Enough partying, enough enjoying the good food. And I went vegan immediately, that day, that moment. And
but vegan is also good food, right? Yes.
Vegan is also delicious food.
Yeah.
But I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
And so I started on a vegan diet, vegan lifestyle, not diet, lifestyle.
Yeah.
And started losing weight, and I added exercise to that. And my friend, who lives down in Palm Springs, around a lot of pools, said when you go, because I went to a health club with a lap pool, he said when you're in the lap pool, even though you don't swim, why don't you do these lower body jumping jacks in the pool? It's good, low impact, good exercise.
Right.
And I started doing that, and the first time I did it, the very next morning, I wound up having blood in my urine.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't put two and two together at the time, but taking that a little bit further with blood in the urine, going to a doctor, going to a urologist, I was diagnosed with bladder cancer a few months after I started being vegan. Not because I'm vegan, but just as a side note.
So you just went to a doctor for just getting your back checked. You had no symptoms whatsoever.
No symptoms.
And then you changed your diet 3 months later.
Wound up finding out that I had bladder cancer.
That's a double whammy just in a short period
Double
of time.
whammy.
Yeah.
Double whammy. And so when I met my current oncologist, and he didn't know me or know my case, I asked him what kind of diet he thought I should be on for bladder cancer or for cancer. And he said, well, I recommend you go on a plant-based diet.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wow, that's interesting. I'm already vegan.
Yeah.
So I think had I not been vegan and told that, I don't know if I would have been able to do that with the stress of being diagnosed.
Right.
But I was already there.
Yeah.
And so I continue to be vegan. Will continue on that through the rest of my life. Although I enjoyed the non-vegan food that I ate, the side effects and consequences are not worth the enjoyment of it.
Absolutely.
So it is now 3.5 years almost. Next month will be 3.5 years since I was diagnosed and remain cancer-free, which is great, but also to be noted that I know several people that have bladder cancer, and they've all had it come back, and none of them are vegan. And so I think there is definitely a correlation.
So in your case, you're cancer-free for 3.5 years.
Right.
It hasn't come back again.
Hasn't come back again, and I get tested regularly.
And you attribute that to your lifestyle change, like
I definitely
changing your
attribute
diet.
Yes. My doctor said that cancer thrives on those non-vegan types of body fats
Absolutely.
that you get. Or animal fats, and so it's been an interesting journey. I am no longer on blood pressure medicine. My cholesterol is down to about 135,
Which is kind of
and my diabetes. There's a test called the A1C, and the A1C is where they test your blood sugar over a period of time.
Right.
The norm is 4.6 to 5.6, I believe, and mine, as of last week, is 5.9. So I'm almost back to being non-diabetic.
Wow.
And
So you don't take any medication for?
I still take medication to monitor it, and it also helps with weight control. But I hope eventually to go off of that.
How long have you been taking medications for those?
Well, I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 47, but it was probably about 6 or 7 years before I actually went on medication. Because diet and exercise, or diet and lack of exercise, or non-diet and non-lack of exercise, kind of added to all of that, and I kind of caught up with it.
Yeah. So what are the changes that you saw within yourself when you started this changes in your life?
Going vegan gave me a whole new perspective on health. I feel healthier today than I did 25 years ago. And my energy is there, unlike those that are my age. Not that my age is old, but I think I have an extra amount of energy because of that. I don't usually get ill. I don't have any colds or things like that. And my outlook is strong. And, I feel I don't get aches and pains, and I feel very healthy internally and as well as externally.
It's wonderful to hear. So a lot of people eat meat because they attribute protein to meat and they think that's the only source of protein. So when you switched to vegan diet, how did you cope up with that? Like, how did you manage to get protein? Or is it a concern that we need to worry about at all?
Well, there are ways to get protein outside of meat. There's things that are definitely high in protein. Soy, although you need to control the amount of soy that you eat.
Right.
Nuts, beans, quinoa is a great source of protein. And just making sure that you're reading the ingredients.
Right.
If you were to go online or if you have Alexa, ask find out, what types of things are high in protein, and work around that. And tofu, for example, is great to eat. Again, be aware of how often you eat it, but there's great things you can do with protein, with soy, and but you do need to be aware of protein. The best thing to do is when you go shopping, learn to read every single section where they give the nutrition value.
Absolutely.
And you'll be surprised what items have strong protein. There's also a protein powder that you can add into your drink, into your daily breakfast. So there's definitely ways to get protein without having to worry about eating meat.
Absolutely. And about reading the nutrition labels, I think apart from reading just the nutritional section of it, we also need to look at what are preservatives, what are chemicals, what are additives have been added to them.
Well, a lot of foods have side effects. A lot of products, ingredients have side effects.
Side effects, yeah.
And you want to make sure you're not eating foods that are manufactured ingredients versus real ingredients. It is best to eat raw or to eat fresh vegetables.
Absolutely.
And you can slightly blanch them or steam them, but it's best to eat foods that are fresh from the market.
Yeah.
I am fortunate enough, as you are, to live in Seattle, where we have great fresh produce coming from as close as Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
And so we definitely have an abundance of that.
Yeah.
And there's so many foods that are rich in nutrients that are fresh that you don't really have to buy canned foods. Nothing wrong with canned foods, but fresher is better.
Yeah. Eating food versus food like.
Right.
Yeah.
In this journey, how important do you feel like feeling positive and giving back to the society? Did it help in your journey? Like, I know you do a lot of charity work and all of that. So how did that help you with your journey?
Well, going back to my opening story, when I was an infant, and the townspeople came to my parents.
Right.
Because it was me, my older brothers, I don't know if they're as affected by that as I was, because it was about me. But because of that, I have always felt it's important to give back. And I've always lived my life through a saying that I heard from Robert F. Kennedy, and I'll paraphrase because I don't have the exact phrase, is most people look at life and ask why, I look at life and ask why not.
That's a good one.
So when I got bladder cancer, or the amount of plaque in my arteries, I could have cried about it. I could have went, oh, why me, why me, why me? But knowing that I have the ability to go out there and raise awareness and raise funds and have passion for things like that, especially something that hits as close as yourself, I decided with my friend Gino to go out there, and we co-founded the Bladder Cancer Foundation, and found that was very rewarding. I've traveled I'm also a Rotarian, and I've traveled to several of the last few Rotary conferences internationally, one in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and one in Seoul, Korea. And in meeting many of the people, there's tens of thousands of people that come to that conference, and I had a booth there. And once they found out that I was a survivor and not a doctor, because first they thought I was a doctor. Once they found that I was a survivor, they really opened up and shared. And I remember in Brazil, one couple, to be specific, came over, and the wife had suffered from, had been diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and the husband with colon cancer, and they're both survivors. Both survivors. And the way they survived, one of the things, their diet was vegan. They went vegan and was able to actually beat the cancer. They had gotten a little comfortable because years went by recently and there's been no sign of it. And so they lightened up their strictness, and they began to kind of move a little bit back into the non-vegan world. And after meeting me, they determined that they would start be a vegan immediately after that conversation. And so that really changed, really made it worth the trip. That alone was worth the trip.
Absolutely.
And
we get to hear a lot of stories where people not only beat their cancer but start thriving in their healthy life after changing their diet from meat eating to vegan. Plant-based is absolutely good for your health, and Yeah, a lot of stories to attest to that.
Right.
I guess. Yeah.
You know, even though I had illnesses, or I had diseases that were relevant to being older and not in the best of health, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, I always felt immortal. You know, oh my God, how's the world going to be?
That's the case with all
How's
of
the
us.
world going to be without me? How's the world going to be without me? And when my doctor told me that I had cancer, the very first thought in my mind was, oh my gosh, I am not immortal.
Yeah.
And it was a wake-up call.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so I decided to take the bull, not a vegan bull, take the bull by the horns and take responsibility for my actions. And I never looked back.
Yeah.
I may miss some of the foods that I ate before just because they were enjoyable, but the risk of breaking that and going back to that lifestyle is not acceptable to me.
Absolutely.
So can you talk a little bit more about the Bladder Cancer Foundation?
So the Bladder Cancer Foundation has three legs to it. One is bringing awareness to bladder cancer.
Yeah.
The most important message of all is, number one, a basic message to all health issues is, you know your body better than anybody else.
Yeah.
So for this situation, if you ever see blood in your urine, go see a doctor. Doesn't mean you have cancer, but blood in your urine means there's something.
Yeah.
And get it checked out, because as everyone knows, early detection is most important.
Right. As I always say, actually, we got to listen to the whispers of our body. Your body always whispers to you. You've got to listen to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Don't ignore your body.
Do not ignore it. Yeah.
The second one is talking about and professing a healthy lifestyle,
Right.
A healthy diet lifestyle, which is being vegan,
Yeah.
which this conversation here fits right into that piece of the puzzle.
Absolutely.
And the third is research for bladder cancer. I was going back to the story of when I found out that I had too much plaque in my artery. I kind of had a spiritual awakening. I never really had any spirituality in my life. I had this spiritual awareness of something going on. And then when my friend Gino told me about the pool and the walking in the pool, the very next morning I had blood in my urine, which to me was probably something happened to the tumor, and I got jostled and ripped. And then, interestingly enough, the company that I worked for, the owner, was friends with the incoming chair for the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance. And his wife, that individual's wife, her sister was suffering from advanced bladder cancer. So my owner was at dinner with them, and my name must have come up. And they called me, and he got me in touch with a urologist at the University of Washington. Not that there was anything wrong with my other urologist, but this one was special. And he took on my case. His name is Dr. Jonathan Wright. He works with three different areas, one at the University of Washington, Fred Hutchinson, and the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance. And he's now on my board, our board. And he has helped us track a plan to be able to use funds for bladder cancer research. Bladder cancer research is the fourth most common cancer for men in the U.S., 11th for women, so it makes it sixth overall, and yet 23rd in funding. And, there's a lot more common recognized cancers: breast cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer. But most people don't really talk about bladder cancer. There's not anybody out there, although there are famous people that have or had bladder cancer, but they don't go out and talk about it.
Right. So the awareness levels is very low on that.
So we don't get that awareness.
Right.
For example, in order to get a National Institute of Health grant, you have to have done research. In order to do research, you have to have money. So no money allows no research, allows no grants. So we decided to go out and help raise money. We were officially recognized by the Internal Revenue Service on September 12th, 2014. And just about 3 weeks ago, we gave our latest contribution to the University of Washington. bringing our total up to $62,000,
That's wonderful.
which one would think is not a lot of money, but it is
It is, yeah.
recognizable. What they're working on right now is some new research, and if I can explain it to the best of my knowledge, it deals with a program called rapid tissue acquisition, RTA, which is another way of saying warm body autopsies. And typically when you do a biopsy, you get a very small piece of tissue. But in patients that have agreed, families have agreed that once a patient who has had serious bladder cancer where it's metastasized to other parts of the body, they do a warm body autopsy within 20 minutes to an hour of their death, and they're able to get significant amount of tissue, and they can do significant studies with that. It's a pricey program. It's about $10,000 per autopsy in order to get that done and the research. And so we are now working hard, bringing several of those to fruition. There are some other research programs. I don't know exactly how to explain it perfectly, but there is a line of research. There's a few of them out there in the world. One of them is a line of study that has been named COCAB, CO for Cohen, CA for cancer, B for bladder. And it is being used by this university as well as being shared by universities and research places around the world. So I'm very excited about that.
Wonderful. You're doing such a great job. So what I'll do is I'll collect all this information from you and I'll put it in the description below in the video. For those of you who want to donate, you can go to those websites and give a donation out there on the website itself.
And the website is simply bladdercancerfoundation.org.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful. And finally, if you were to like go back in time and give yourself like your youthful days some kind of an advice, what would it be?
Eat healthy and exercise.
That's it. Yeah.
And be positive.
Be positive. Yeah. So being positive, eating healthy, and doing exercise. 3 key pillars to happy and healthy. Right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. It's been such a pleasure.